Just before we came on the air, House Republicans and one House Democrat passed an anti-abortion bill called the Born Alive bill, this new regulation where health care providers would be mandated to give life-saving care to infants born alive after an attempted abortion. It's just one of a handful of bills that would limit abortion access. Another big issue for House Republicans, immigration, those two issues that House Republicans are likely to focus on here. Keep in mind, there are two chambers in Congress, right? So, yes, it's got through the House. The Senate, very different scenario. Democrats have a slim majority. They're almost certainly going to vote no on all those bills. So you may be thinking, then what's the point of the House even bringing this stuff up if it's not going to go anywhere? They're called messaging bills. It's about making a point come 2024 about where the parties stand on these issues. And by the way, not all Republicans think it's a good idea to be taking these messaging bills now. I want to bring in Ali Vitali. And Ali, the abortion bill we're talking about today focuses on late-term abortions. Some context here, they are extremely rare. I think something like 1% of abortions in this country. It was technically bipartisan. One Democrat, Texas's Henry Cuellar, who has been very vocal about his position on abortion, joined Republicans here. But then you have some House Republicans coming out, Nancy Mace among them, and saying, politically speaking, Republicans shouldn't be doing this right now.
Yeah, and even with Congresswoman Mace saying that, she still voted, as all Republicans did, on this bill and its companion bill that basically protects crisis pregnancy centers, which are notorious for mis and disinformation around pregnancy and abortion. But the reason that Mace is saying it's not a politically smart bill is because of the exit polls that we saw out of the 2022 midterms. Remember, and I know you know this well, the landscape in 2022 could not have been better in theory for Republicans. They had history on their side because usually whoever holds the White House faces a shellacking in their first midterm elections. Then also we saw that polling had things like the economy and crime front and center. But abortion was the thread from the moment that that leaked decision came out of the Supreme Court on the Dobbs decision all the way through November that seemed to be galvanizing voters. And it's because more than 6 in 10, or roughly 6 in 10 Americans believe that abortion should be legal in all or most cases. Republicans represent restrictions on abortion, and Democrats were trying to make it accessible. This is one of the few issues where there is a clear distinction between the parties. And that's what voters seem to be voting on. And a large reason why Democrats say they did so well in the 2022 midterms, and why people like Nancy Mace, despite still voting for this bill, are warning that it might not be the politically smart move here.
Talk about the 2024 implications, okay, and about the piece of that looks beyond just Congress and the Hill in this current moment.
Look, the goal for Republicans is a week into having the gavel, 2 weeks into having the gavel and control of this chamber. They want to show Americans what their priorities are. That's why they're doing this messaging bill. That's why they'll follow it with immigration. It's why the important pieces of the speaker battle and the negotiations done there tell Americans what the priorities of this conference are, and it's spending and other social issues like this one. So the fact that this is a week one issue is really important, and it's meant to highlight for the American public what they get with a Republican majority in the House. This is just one of those features.
Ali Vitali live for us on the Hill. Ali, thank you very much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.